So I'm gonna give you another leash too, because everyone seems to be chewing through the braid. So
Really?
yeah.
He tries. He loves.
Well, see, he's kind of done it already.
Yeah. Oh God, I didn't see
I'd rather,
that.
yeah, I'd rather not
didn't
have
see
you
that.
have a compromised leash.
Thank you. Hmm.
We should work that up.
Chew through most things.
Yeah, everyone seems attracted to the braiding. Those were the first braided leashes I
They're
ever
really
got.
nice though.
I know.
They're really nice. I love the leather leash.
Well, now you got another leather leash. So, the e-collar. I'll probably first have you feel it. Did we have you feel it already?
I did, but it was a while ago.
So, when you feel it, you want to put these right up against your palm,
Okay.
like this. And then I'm starting low. You won't even feel it at first.
Okay.
Unless you're a very soft dog. But tell me when you feel it.
Yeah. I felt that.
That was about like a 9-10.
Is that high?
No.
No.
Did it just startle you?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think. Well, I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah. I think. But yeah. But I was kind of waiting for it. And it started.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a little. Do you want to feel it again?
Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, yep. Felt it. Yeah.
So that's what that. Most dogs work like 10 or 20,
Okay.
but they're all individual. For instance, I don't feel this until it's on a 20.
Really?
Yeah, and you feel it on a 10. That's the same thing with dogs too. Yeah, some dogs could work on a. Now I don't have many, but there are some dogs that work on a 1 or a 2 on this. This goes up
Really?
100 levels. Yeah.
Huh.
And then other
how
dogs
do you, how
work.
do you figure this out?
Well, when we start with them, I just start him on it much like I did with you, and I just look for like a ear twitch or like a neck turn, like what?
Yeah.
What's that? Then I
Right.
know that I'm on a setting that gets his attention.
Okay.
So we call that the working setting. That the hardest thing about this is to know that when you go into more distraction, his adrenaline goes up, so the setting. You can tell, he'll start blowing you off, then the setting needs to go up a little higher too.
Right. And so you carry this with you
Mhm.
when you're walking?
Yeah.
Okay. I was looking at this, I was on this Facebook page which was, all things Welsh Terrier, and
Yeah.
somebody asked the question, do you ever go off leash with your dog? And there were 538 responses that were like, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, there were a couple people
Yeah,
who did.
yeah.
And I wanted to ask, does a Welsh Terrier stay inside of an invisible fence?
Yeah.
I just think they're weird little dogs.
Most dogs respond well to this, whether they be terriers or not.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
But again, it's all in the training. You don't just like slap it on and
Right.
hope for the best.
No. I want to do it correctly.
Yeah. But a lot of people don't realize it, and that's why they're like, oh, I put it on my dog, it didn't work, because
No,
they
I
were
know.
just started pressing the button and hadn't taught their dog anything first and
I got
didn't
it.
do it in the right way first. So we always start with it very low, see about where his working level is, and then sometimes we go lower. Sometimes you catch the dog's attention like they're not used to it, so they're not noticing it first, and then after a while they're like, oh, okay, I noticed that now, so that you can go lower. Or sometimes they're like, oh, that's no big deal. I'm gonna start to ignore you now, and you have to go higher.
Right.
They're all little individuals. They are.
I know. I can see that.
Yeah. And like I said, we all feel it at different levels. So just like you feel it from 10 and I feel it at 20, same thing with the dog. You could feel it anywhere in between. I've had dogs start to work at 35, which seems enormously high.
Was it because they were bigger?
No, that has nothing to do with it.
It's just their
It's just how they, yeah. No, I've had some
Interesting.
really big dogs work very well,
Yeah.
You would think that would be it, right?
Well, I remember a friend of mine had these two like labs, lab-like dogs, and she had an invisible fence.
Yeah.
And she said the one dog never even
Yeah.
stayed in the yard. The other one would routinely do the perimeter and wait until the batteries were low and then go out.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Dogs are very smart. My dog Jazz, she would never leave. When we lived in the city, we had the invisible fence. She would never leave it, but you could always tell when she was testing it. Like you should step closer, see if it beeped. Step closer, see if she beeped. She would just always test it to make
Yeah.
sure it was on. Because the squirrels chew through it sometimes, so sometimes it wouldn't.
no, I
Be
know.
working anymore.
With my Scotty, he thought it was there forever, even
Yeah.
when it had been broken for 2
Yeah.
years. You know, he
You never checked.
no. In fact, he wouldn't even go out of the yard. You know,
Yeah.
if I wanted to go for a walk over there, I had set it up really in a way that I didn't really think
I
was
think
there.
daycare's in there.
Oh.
Daycare's not in there, buddy. But we do have 2 dogs acting daycare, buddy. So let me go.
The dogs, I want to be there. He has learned finally. He's gotten over that kind of like for a long time he would approach any dog
Yeah.
with the same enthusiasm.
Yeah.
He's become a lot more cautious
Yeah.
because he goes to doggy daycare maybe a day and a half a week.
Yeah.
And somebody must have put him down. You know, they must have.
Or maybe sometimes you just learn, through older dog signals that
Yeah.
they don't want to play.
Right. So he's more approaches the dog
Yeah.
and waits to get some kind of.
So this has to go on fairly tight when it goes on.
Okay.
So let's do that first. He's a little bugger. A little bugger. That's you. You're a little bugger. So I do it like I'm doing a bell. And I usually go a little bit high on the neck, so I don't want you getting tangled with the other short one upstairs.
Okay.
If you'll okay. That might even be a little bit loose. We'll
Really?
see.
So it has to be pretty tight.
Might not be though. These are longer prongs, so these come with different size prongs. So on my shorter prongs, I usually have to make sure it's tighter because of the fur.
Yeah. And I would imagine when their fur is different.
Yeah.
Thicknesses, it makes it different.
Before. Mwah. So then I let the leash out. And we start to see where he's going to feel it. So, this button is momentary. This button is momentary too, but it's 5 points up. If you didn't want to do the dial, you could just quickly go up 5 extra steps. Just
Like
by
an
hitting the red
emergency?
button. Yeah, if he's blowing you off and you just don't feel like
Adjusting.
checking. Yeah.
I get it.
Because usually when we go up, it's usually about 5. Every time it's about 5 times. I don't even really look at this once I get going. I just look at how the dog's working.
Baxter. Hey, buddy. This way.
It's alright. Just do the leash over the table. So now I'm just looking for like an ear flick or response. I'll just put this. We can catch some of Baxter on tape. He's a little bit lower than we are. Okay. He might be, that's a 2. I would doubt he would feel that. I think he's just interested in that plant.
He's into eating grass today.
I think we might have the level there. Yep.
What was that?
About a 10.
Hey, he and I are about the same.
Isn't that funny, huh? So then when I start with him, we had started at some point.
I don't think we haven't ever used the collar.
No. But I think I had started a Let's Go with him when he was doing pack learning here.
Yeah, he does Let's Go. I mean, he kind of does.
So that's what I start him with, like sits and Let's Go. Switch sides on my, and I usually have treats are helpful if they'll take them at this point.
My friend whose dog died brought me all her high value I know, it's really sad. Treats. And he loves these.
Yeah.
They're this. Do you have some in there?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say Baxter, let's go. I can help him. Part of the reason for having the long line is one, he doesn't know the Ecollar yet, so we don't want him to take off on that. And two, so I can help him along without blasting him out of the water.
Okay.
Yes, I can help him on a low stem. And I'll get a little treat. Go check out that again.
He does really treats.
The smelly tail. Smelly tail. That's lovely. So then I'll say Baxter, let's go. And if he doesn't, let's go. I'm gonna go tap, tap, tap with this until he's looking at me. I might help him with the leash, and I'm gonna get him. Good boy. Actually, the moment he looks at me, I'm gonna say, good boy, good boy, good boy.
Right.
Power drip that comes to me and I give him a treat. Baxter, let's go. Go tapping now. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Yes, it's helpful when they're motivated. So I stop tapping the moment he looks at me. I might help him with the leash. Baxter, let's go. So I'm going, good boy, good boy, good boy. Oh, you better bring it away. Come on. No, I tap it until he's looking at me. And I might have to use the leash to do that. I didn't have to. Baxter, let's go. Good boy, good boy. Nothing. I didn't have to do anything. So when he comes, obviously I don't rock him. Stinky sand.
I think we should have like fun. Stinky sand.
It's like, what do they call that in the golf courses when they have like
Sand pit.
sand pits? It's a sand pit.
I find I'd say 1 to 3 every morning when I walk.
Yeah. You can make a little business for it now.
Oh, Tom has cows and he has no patience.
Baxter, let's go. Woo, good boy, good boy, good boy. So I didn't have to do anything. So you want to use it? You need to. And not when you don't.
Okay, so when he jumps on the table, you know, it's like he's really good. He jumps on the table and
When you get them off, I mean, you can have them driving the leash inside. You can practice with it. Get that off leash inside. So that's nice. That's what we do. All those things. Oh, hey! Baxter! Gross. Baxter, let's go. Tap, tap. Oh, good boy. Nope. Good boy, good boy, good boy. And I'll probably go down a little bit. We're on 7 now, so I'll probably go down to a 5. It's starting to know what it is.
Okay, so one of my big talents is that you have a big barn and keeping barn.
Yep.
Keeping them like most people have. And we have a 10-pound barbell behind him.
Yep.
And, you know, it's like constantly tripping over the long.
it's still going right. Oops. Whee! This is some soft dirt. So you get the basic premise right. Baxter, let's go. He doesn't. Tap, 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 tap. He looks at you, good boy, good boy, good boy. Or Baxter, let's go. He comes towards you, good boy, good boy, good boy. You give him the treat. So you want to start to get like everything we're doing 4 in a row. 4 in a row. Yeah, it comes with this is a special in here. I buy it usually comes with every net, but I prefer to, or you could just hold it in your hand.
I know that's one of my favorites. So,
And then I keep my finger on that.
so
On
how
that.
do you set this with the dial?
Right.
And
Or
which
you
one
could
is-
go 5 points up. That goes 5
Yeah,
points
got
up from
that.
the other
And
one.
when you say tap, 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 you just,
I just tap, tap, tap. Until he's looking at
I
me.
just don't know how sensitive it is to actually push me.
It's not.
You want me to tap?
Not unless you say let's go.
Okay.
Wait, here, you can have the other end of the leash with that.
Baxter, let's go.
So tap, tap, tap. Good boy, good boy, good boy.
Good boy, good boy.
Tap, tap, tap again.
Let's go.
Tap, tap, tap. Good boy, good boy, good
Good
boy.
boy. Baxter. What's that? Oh, good.
So I usually say good boy or
Good
yes so that
boy.
he knows that the treat's coming. Then he'll be more apt to come towards me.
Okay. Okay, let's walk in.
So tap, tap, tap. Right away. Pull on the leash a little bit. Tap, tap, tap while you're doing it though. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, try not to walk towards him though. Have him walk towards you. There you go. Then give him the treat. Yeah, if you walk towards him, you'll end up chasing him all around the yard. So it's always him coming towards you.
Okay. You must come towards me.
Right. Even if you have to pull the leash to help him.
Okay.
That's why it's there. I call it training wheels, or the manual e-collar is the long one.
Let's go. Baxter, let's go.
So just tap, tap, tap if he doesn't. You can help him with the leash a little bit. Good boy, good boy, good boy.
Good boy, good boy. Oh.
Oh, sorry. You thought that was me. So you can call him let's go again.
Baxter, let's go.
Don't forget the G boys.
Good boy, good boy. Oh, what a good boy. I didn't do anything that.
Good. That's good. So remember, we're working till we can do that 4 times in a row without doing anything.
That would be good.
This is just one of the exercises we'll do with
Baxter,
it.
let's go. Good boy, good boy, good boy.
Yeah.
Where's the treat, lady?
That's all right, but you can always make sure he comes towards you.
We cheated that. Let's have that.
No, no, good boy. He wasn't coming towards you. There we go.
Good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy.
He has a cute little butt when he's walking away.
He does.
Look at him. He's like, want me to do place?
Baxter, let's go.
So tap, tap, tap if he doesn't come. Yep, and pull the leash a little bit. Good boy. Oh, nope, not good boy. Don't go towards him. No, no, no. Tap, tap, tap.
Let's go.
So you can use the leash and tap, tap, tap.
He's coming after you. Hold on.
So,
Please.
no, so let's go. Don't lose it.
Go, Baxter.
Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. You
Let's go.
use the leash a little bit to pull him forward too. Tap, tap, tap. The moment he starts, good. See, you lost it right there. You want to say that G boys right as you catch his gaze and he's coming towards you. So tap, 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 pull it a little bit.
I'm moving a little bit. Baxter, let's go. Good boy, good boy.
Use the leash a little bit if you have to and tap, tap, tap until he comes to you. Yeah, don't. You know how stubborn these guys are. Don't lose it right here.
Good boy. Good
There
boy.
you go.
That's a good boy. That's a good little boy.
Remember how low we're working them too, so.
We are working
There's-
on 6.
Yes.
Okay.
That's pretty low. Out of 100?
I guess. I'll go in this direction away from you. Let's say place.
Yeah, Baxter was a little reluctant to get off the place once he got there. Look at him.
Baxter, let's go. Let's go.
So, yeah. You're not saying, yeah, you got to say it the moment he comes towards you and don't go towards him. So,
Too many things.
I know. Sorry.
Baxter, let's go. Let's go.
Help him with the leash a little bit.
Let's go. Good boy. Good boy.
But yeah, don't say good boy when he's obviously going to bypass you.
Well, and he's not looking at me.
Right.
Okay. How do I get him to look at me? He knows how he does.
Well, just follow the procedure so it's repetition. So Baxter, let's go.
Baxter, let's go. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
So remember, don't wait for him to get to you to say good boy. Say it right off the bat the moment he turns towards you.
Baxter, let's go. Good boy. Good boy.
There you go.
Good boy.
What a good Baxter.
Let's go. Let's go.
So don't walk toward, tap, tap, tap. Use the leash if you have to. Tap, tap, tap until he's looking at you, and use the leash until he's looking at you.
Good boy. He's not looking at me.
I know, so don't say good boy yet. So tap, tap, tap leash until he is. So don't you keep giving up. Reel him in if you have to. But tap, tap, tap on the collar at the same time. Yep.
He's not reacting.
So
Okay,
just
so
be a little bit
Should I
firmer.
go outside?
You could.
Or can you hit the red button?
The red button. Let's see if we just need to though. No. Good boy. Yep. I think he's just being a little bit stubborn, digging his heels in. I went on the red button a couple times too. But just don't give up on him. Make him, even if you have to use the leash, just keep tension on it until he comes towards you.
Okay.
He'll start looking at you again. He's trying to find ways to get out of it.
I'm sure. Okay.
There you go.
Too much equipment.
Well, don't you worry. We'll get rid of the leash soon enough.
Baxter, let's go. Good boy. Good boy.
Yeah, resist. You have this instinct to go towards him at the end. Make sure he's always coming towards you.
Baxter, let's go. Good boy.
Yeah. Where are you going? You can use the red button if you want to too.
Come on. Come on. Good
No, not good boy when he's laying there not listening. Don't say anything until he looks at you. You can also use the dial to go up a little bit because he's clearly just doing what he wants to do. So then once you're setting, you can say let's go again and then tap, tap, tap.
Baxter, let's go.
Good boy, go.
Good boy.
Now, there's two ways we can make sure he doesn't like over, you know how he's walking past you? One is to step on the leash. Two is if we can put him in a sit.
He reacts pretty well to sit.
Now he has to learn it on which is a different situation.
Really?
Well, yeah, then there's on the foot.
Well, but he usually sits without a foot.
Right.
I mean, he reacts to that. Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, when I'm out, like when I'm walking him, I make him SIT
Yeah.
when there's a park for me.
Yeah.
And I don't, he doesn't always have that collar. And he will do it. Occasionally I have to do the bum thing, but
You're looking to find it.
the bum can do that. I don't know what you guys are doing. The last time I was here, I got to go to the place.
Oh, it's a
Now
whole
you're
different
demanding.
thing. Baxter, let's go. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Sit. Yay. That was hard one, Baxter. And now you're going to go on again. Good. It's just like, I am tired, man. Baxter, let's go. So tap, 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 tap. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy.
I see how you.
Yes. Yeah, see how I don't move towards him?
Yeah, it's just see. I don't know. It must be. I must do that.
Well, yeah, we all have motion memory things that we're used to doing.
I've had to overcome so many things.
So yeah, resist moving towards him because he'll make you do it every single time
Yeah,
rather
he
than
will.
coming towards you.
You will.
Let's try that one more time. Baxter, let's go. So tap, 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 tap. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Sit.
Yes, so my word is 7 now, though. Ooh. Is that high?
It goes up to 100.
I don't want to do anything bad.
No, 7 is not high. Given the right circumstances, 15 wouldn't be high either.
Extra up.
Yeah, so I could say sit if I wanted to right there. To make
Well,
him-
he is.
Baxter, sit.
Oh.
So if he doesn't sit, just hit it once. And then I'll help him with this reminder. Oh boy. Good boy. Oh, good boy. Good boy. He doesn't get a treat for that, but he's going to get a good boy. So you did it. Okay. But it does take them a while to get used to it. So when I say sit, I'll just do this once. Wait a second, once. Wait a second, and I'll say it again.
Oh,
Let's
so
see
you
if we
do
get
say it again. I won't say it. No, I learned that from you. So
Yes.
say it once and wait.
Well, it depends on where the dog is in the training. Sometimes you'll hear me say it more than once to a dog that's fearful and just getting used to everything, you know.
Right.
Baxter, let's go. Good boy. Sit. So if he hangs right there after 1 second, I would tap it. Sometimes I step on this because sometimes they get confused and then they try to flee. So if I step close to the leash and they can't
Why
flee,
he,
and they have to do
what
it.
you mean he's confused and he doesn't know what he's supposed to do?
Right. Yeah, sometimes they're getting used to, remember, they're getting used to something new. Although they're used to this collar collection, they're not used to this collar. Like I said, it feels like a bug at first. So it takes them a
He
few
obviously
days.
is feeling like there's something he needs to get rid of. I know he has an oozy
Yeah, eye
eye.
boogies. All terriers do. They get the eye boogies.
I had this great eye medicine, like
Yeah.
you know, it's very expensive antibiotic eye medicine from, and I have just put a little bit in
Well,
his
it's
eye.
their fluffy fur that catches it, so
But
that they
he-
don't.
Yes,
dogs get the dewy eyes
Yeah.
sleeping, and you know my dogs always have them when they first wake up. So.
Oh, an eye booger.
Yeah, that's what you call
Let's get rid of those eye boogers.
All right, so practice that. Let's go with the six.
Okay. We can do this.
Remember, try not to move towards him.
Baxter, let's go.
See, you're doing it. Did you see that?
Oh, I moved.
Towards him, yeah. So call him, let's go again. Reset him.
Baxter, let's go.
Now you should be saying the G word. Then sit, yeah. Don't forget, the good boys let them know they're doing the right thing when they're confused. That's exactly what that's for. I know. I'm just saying it helps them, you know? Someone said we had a great white off of York Harbor today. A great white?
No, there was one at Wells.
I know. I'm not sure if it was someone from a boat, so I'm not sure how.
How close in it was?
Well, I'm not sure how accurate he is or what his experience in seeing.
Although this summer we haven't because I've been sick, but
Yeah,
we usually kayak
yeah,
and we go in the ocean.
yeah.
And I just thought to myself, I don't know.
Between the jellyfish this year and the sharks, I'm probably not going in the ocean. I'd have to be pretty desperate to go into the ocean, which is too bad.
I really want to get out kayaking. Anyway, Baxter, let's go. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy.
Well, you can tap him again. So tap, 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 tap. If anything, help him with the leash. Don't walk towards him. But tap while you're doing that if you can. Now, good boy again.
Good boy, good boy. Your owner is challenged. I have to go see a hand surgeon. Baxter, let's go. Good boy, good boy, good boy.
There you go.
Good boy, sit there. Oh, what a good boy. No correction.
Yeah. That's why I like to do the treats at first too. It takes the some of the uncertainty out of it, makes them a little bit more relaxed.
Let him finish chewing.
Yes, yeah. Some.
Baxter, let's go. Good boy, good boy. Oh, what a good boy. Can you sit?
And good Penelope for not moving forward.
I'm not as trainable as he is. Not even close. Let's go. So why do dogs tend to stay an arm's length away from you?
Well, I think we're a little intimidating. We're higher up, so if you want them to come in, you really have to work at like feeding them here and insisting they come up here.
Okay.
But that's what it. I mean, he's much smaller than us. You know.
But
You see that a lot with
he's in
puppies.
charge.
Puppies don't want to come close to you, usually. You know.